Okay, Lewis, this is your guide on how to use the site, or explain everything. I've deleted all of your gigs from scratch, except from the ones that other people have posted, because I can't delete those for the time being until they give you permissions. So, let's start from the beginning and work our way through. So, we're in the account button here, you see, because it's orange. Everything's pretty straightforward. It's just like editing all your stuff, like you did on MySpace. Here's reflecting to the groups you've got. This is what any of the information you add here will go onto your other profiles. So, my account here, this is to you personally, so this goes for you as Lewis as a person. You asked me how to stop the emails coming through to you on the thing. Here, that is like that one there, apply for gigs in a daily location. Unclick that one, and then all you want on is email me when someone sends you a message, and email me when you receive a request. They're the two that you're going to want, so leave those on. So let's go back to account. Now, it's quite straightforward. Work your way down all of this stuff here and do up your profiles. And as you complete the bits, this bar will go up and down. Your extension here, this is just like your MySpace, so that'd be, or Facebook, musicborn.com/blacksound. So if you stick that in the address bar, that will come to your page. Also, stick that on your Facebook as well, so it helps people know. So it's exactly the same with all of the other ones. Death2Disco, it's all the same. You just go through, edit all the stuff, build up your page. Once this is all the way to the end, everything's done. Dashboard. Now this is where you're going to get all your messages and all your requests. If someone sends you a message, they're all going to be in here. It's quite straightforward. Just answer those like a Facebook. And requests. So requests are here. If you accept on a request, this is where someone's applied for one of your gigs. If you accept, that's going to put the gig onto the venue's wall. It's going to go onto your wall on your profile on Musicborn of the Black Sound. It will also go onto Death2Disco's, it will go on Not in the Arts clubs, and it will go onto the bands. If the guys have got apps as well for our Facebook sync, it's all going to go on all of them as well. So the networking's pretty cool. If you want to ask them a message and talk to them about it first, just do that. They might have a few questions regarding on how many people you can pull in or whatever you want. And if you think they're totally rubbish, just hit the ignore button and they'll be gone. So, just try and keep up to date with this. Work your way through all of the requests. And that's how you book your gigs in. So, my gigs section. This is where you've got all your gigs. Now, these gigs are here because they've already been posted by someone else. So, you can add to these anyway. So, let's do Death2Disco first. So, I've taken a bits of all your gigs and the details in terms of what you've told me via the message. So, we'll do it off of that. So, let's post a gig. Let's start from scratch. So it'll be for Death2Disco. This one's at Not in the Arts Club. Type in the venue. We've got a lot on here, so it should find it straight away. There you go, Not in the Arts Club. When is it? So let's go straight away for next Wednesday's one. That'd be the 15th. Time, doors, 7 o'clock. Hit next. Okay. So, fill all these prices in. What we'll do, I know you said yours is £3 after 11, we'll stick that in the title so people know anyway. So we'll put all these for free anyway. Now, if you've got a printable flyer, if you stick this in, this will show up on everyone's gig listings and override all the other pictures. So if you've got a real nice poster, I highly suggest you stick that one in here, otherwise it's going to take the closest picture for someone that's on the gig. Title, so we'll call that Death2Disco. Free entry, open till late. Let's put free entry, £3 after 11 PM, yeah? Event description, you can take whatever you want here from like what you've got on your Facebook event. Just stick everything in there. If it's synced as well, then that will show up on the Facebook sync. Terms, conditions, now this is the bit we asked you about. So, this is what you've given me. I've taken it to bits a bit. You can change this obviously if you want. Let's go back here. So the idea of this bit is this will stop you getting table tennis emails with bands and bands applying that you don't want to apply. So we put entry free before 11 PM, £3 after, payment £50 per band's flat rate. The genre indie rock left field only. Requirements To apply, you must be able to pull in a decent sized crowd and not sound terrible at all. So hopefully that's what you want. So when you put up your first gig, it will give you automatically 4 slots on your Death2Disco night. You know, you've only got 2 bands on. So what you need to do is just go here, click cancel, and that will remove them. So it's a standard. What we're doing, we're making 1 gig and then we're just going to clone it, so you don't have to keep doing this all the time. If, for instance, you wanted to put in, I've made a fake profile for Danny Watson, say, for instance, he DJs, you know, if you want to put an extra slot in here, you just stick this here and it puts the extra slot back. Have a quick search, let's look for Danny Watson, there you go. So now you can pop him in there as a DJ. If you want, you can stick in also in here, you know, a MySpace or a Facebook or anything like that you want. So for now, we'll leave that one there. What we'll do if we submit, what that will do then, we'll go back up the top here and we go to My Gigs. Now, what you've got then is this gig here. So in this gig, we've got now our terms and conditions. We've got the title, we've got all the prices, everything's set up, yeah? So Death2Disco, £3 entry. So let's look, that's February the 15th. Now if we go over to here, in this section here where we've got the gigs available, let's scroll down to February the 15th, which will probably be on the next page. Here we go, there we are, there's your gig now. So people know already that Danny Watson's on the bill, and you know there's 2 slots available for people to apply at. Now, as you've got My Gigs and you do this weekly, the best thing what you can do now, because we've saved all the terms and conditions in, what we do, we just clone the event. So let's just go here, 15th, let's go straight down to the next one. Next one's February 22nd, and hit submit. Yeah, refresh the page, and what you'll get then is the next one. And if we go into edit details, you'll see that it's saved everything that we've put in before. Yeah, terms, conditions. What we'll do, we'll take off this one here because it's going to look like it's 3 slots. So we'll clone this one next time instead. So go back again into My Gigs. Let's clone. So this is the clone button. This is the one you want to look for. So 22nd. Going on next is 29th. Submit that one. Refresh again, and what this has done is put in your new one. Now, what we'll do, I'll show you now how to go and do a couple of other things inside here. Now, because we looked at your Death2Disco, what we'll do when we set up your Facebook sync, because you've got a group, what it won't do is actually, we can't sync to a group, so what we'll have to do is have to sync to your Blag Sound page. So, to do that, all you've got to do is add a promoter in. If you type in Blag, put Blag Sound as well then, and what it will do then is add in all of the listings into the same one. Okay? So make sure on all of your gigs you've got Blag Sound in here as a promoter, and then you'll get everything will sync together. So, go back to My Gigs again. Now, what we need to do is obviously fill in the bands that you've already got booked in. So I'm going to take off what you've got from Death2Disco. Let's have a look. So, what's this one? This is the 15th. Oh, close a private party. Grants and Bear Cavalry. So you're obviously not open on this one, so we'll cancel that one off. Never mind. Right, so this one you've got the grants. So you've got a fill slot. Type in the grants. Hit search. Now what that will do is going to look, there's no match already registered, so you just hit this button here, the performer is not registered, and it will stick it in the box. The other one's Bear Cavalry. Search again. No, they're not on the site, so you stick that in, yeah? And what that will do then, if you click when you hover over here, this will give you then, you know, it's like an event, this is what opens up off the sync on Facebook, so this is what opens up, so everybody gets, then they tell you who's playing, you can put the times in and all the rest of it. You know, if we click through to Nottingham Arts Club, this is the venue profile. You'll see now that your gig here has also appeared and mixed in with the other ones. Let's go back. The profiles of Death2Disco now, I mean the networking and what it does, once the gigs are posted, it pretty much goes everywhere. You know, so it goes on the venues, on your promotions company. If you tag in Black Sound on the where you add the promoter in, it will go on there. Yeah, so it'll also go on to all the Facebook apps. People have got them synced up. So if we go back to my gigs, what we're going to do, you know, I'm going to copy everything that you've got on your Death2Disco on the Arts Club for you, and I'll get everything cloned up. So when you log in, all you have to do is keep this updated. I mean, it's really essential that all you have to do is make sure you book in who is booked already, because a lot of the thing is, a lot of bands want to see who they can play with, you know. So if you go to here, for instance, you know, if people know that, if they see that this band's booked here, Pussycat and the Dirty Johnsons, you know, if someone's going to listen to them and go, I want to go and play there with them, then whoever applies for that gig is going to be putting a lot more effort into coming, because they've actually seen who they can apply with to play with, and you know, that's something I think that's completely lost nowadays. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll work through and I'll put all this stuff in, and all you have to do is log in and fill all these out. I mean, I'll just show you one more example quick. If you see here, you know, some of the people here, like, you know, the guy from the Good Ship's doing a good job here. You know, like, so he's booking the bands in, and you know, it makes it look like the night's already busy, and it makes it look like, you know, you should maybe want to come and apply for this one. Whereas some of the guys like Monto and stuff, generally, some of what they've done is, you know, they're not really putting up anyone, or they're just using it to get the requests and not actually posting me up. So what's actually doing is stopping the networking going on. So I mean, that's what the whole thing's about, really. You know, we want the networking to come back. So anything you book in, just make sure that you basically get them listed, so they know that you booked them. They know what times they're on. Everyone can see what time they're on, and then yeah, it all syncs throughout the whole entire stuff. You see, look, on this one here, they've actually taken off the apply slots. They've left one slot up and not actually put in who's actually playing, when there could be 5 people already registered on the site which will get the emails and send everything off. So yeah, with the Facebook sync, I'll show you what it can look like. So let's go to R1, for instance. If you come here, look, you see we have to do this to your Black Sound page because it doesn't work on the groups. So you know, if you click to Music Born Gigs, what that's got then, it will sync then all of the stuff you've got. Yeah, so you can put in all your posters. You know, you'll get the app here by clicking here, and say, for instance, what you do if you click this button here, this will open up what you're building in your My Gig section. Yeah, so it's got all the times, everything you need there. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll get everything set up for you. Just drop me an email, and yeah, any questions you get, then I'm happy to answer them all for you. All right, see you later, Lewis. Cheers.